What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Aftersound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here on this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday morning. So come by and say hello. Okay, so I wanted to talk about a strategy for playing this game throughout the season. Now, we've only had, with this Ranked Rewards update, a couple of days. We're not even halfway through the season, but we've already gained some really interesting insights from it. And in conversations that I've had with both Godzeel and Darkest Night, and you can catch that conversation with Godzeel on my most recent live stream just this past Thursday. So you'll hear Godzeel's strategy and how he lays it out there. And then I spoke to Darkest Night on the phone, and it's interesting because he kind of came to the same realization and same strategy ultimately, but from a different angle. And so I think that they both kind of lead towards the same kind of thinking, or at least, I want to give all the credit to them. Let me just put it this way. I want to give all the credit to them for kind of thinking this through, for talking it over with me. I'm just the messenger here, kind of packaging it up and making it easier for you to digest in this video. But thank you to Godzeel and Darkest Night for their insights. So essentially, what this comes down to is, what do you do at the beginning of the season versus what do you do at the end of the season, or mid to end of the season? And when I say what do you do, it's how do you play? Where do you focus your time and attention if you are somebody that plans on playing every single day, or at least most days of the season? Now, for a quick history lesson, in the previous iteration of the rewards, at the beginning of the season, it was always a tough grind because of the fact that everybody gets dropped down. So you have your like bronze, people who finish in like silver 3, they drop down to bronze 3, and then they are fighting just to get back up to silver so that they can start playing in silver, earning better rewards in silver. And this was in the old system. That will still continue, and that is still continuing as we've seen in the first couple of days of this season. And there's no reason to believe that it would change. Many players, especially at the beginning of the season, will want to play in order to get the most, the most out of their rest of season, essentially. So when looking at how do you play, like what is the focus of the beginning of the season? What Godzeel was talking about in the live stream was his reason for going hard on your season chest at the beginning of the season is due to the fact that at the beginning, your season rewards are much easier to gain. And so I'm going to show you what I'm talking about right now, or what he's talking about. In the beginning, the chests, this is your season rewards here, right? And I'm looking at bronze, but it's the same, just, exponentially different, or it's the same, just kind of exponentially extrapolated across the rest of the leagues. But at the beginning, you go from, it's about 300 for your first couple of chests here in terms of like how much you need to go. Your first one, you need 300 SP. It starts getting a little bit bigger, a little bit bigger. Now, I've gotten 22 chests already in bronze, and at this point, you can see we're 1/5 of the way, no, less than 1/5 of the way through the, actually, let's actually go to 1/5, which would be chest number 30. So when you get to chest number 30, all of a sudden you are up to 1,300 SP that you need in between each of these chests. So once you're 20% of the way to the total amount of rewards that you can get, it's already increased 4x. Now, granted, you could be earning a lot more depending on your rating, but that does get capped as you hit the top portions of whatever the leagues are. So for example, I should be in silver. It's giving me the option to advance. I haven't done it yet, but right now I'm capped in terms of how much I can earn for my reward shares based on my rating. Keep in mind, it's rating cubed. And as we go, further down the line here, I'm just going to stop randomly. Chest number 96. So this is about 60% of the way through. Let's actually go to chest 90. So we can see the 60% point. Now, all of a sudden, look at this. You are at 27,000 reward shares in between chests. That's kind of nutty to me. It's kind of insane. So you start off at 300, but by the time you start ranking up and rating up, and you've collected a decent amount, it gets very, very difficult to be earning these chests. So in the beginning, instead of looking at your daily focus, which, we'll go here, instead of looking at your daily focus, which is a very similar kind of progression up, but it resets every day, you should be focusing on your season rewards. Now, for Darkest Night's point, he was like, I don't care about my daily focus. I don't even know what that is. I just want to grind, not necessarily even for the season reward shares, but just to win, which ends up being something that benefits your season reward shares. Now, Darkest Knight's strategy with this was, well, I want to focus on getting my rating as high as possible, as quickly as possible. So the two things I don't care about, or he doesn't care about at the beginning of the season, are ECR and daily focus. And the idea is the higher your rating is, the more reward shares you earn in your respective league. So, for example, in my main account, I finished in Champion 3, so I dropped down to Diamond 3. So I'm fighting for champion level chests right now, and I'm at the bottom feeder gutter level of Diamond. So I'm getting the lowest amount of rewards when I'm trying to go for my daily focus at that point in time, or even for my season reward shares, right? It's just super low. So the idea is, don't focus on your daily focus. It makes you very predictable. You just end up spamming. I'm guilty of this. I was doing this all the last couple of days because it's new, it's fun, and I was just giving it a try. And it was actually kind of interesting to focus only on one splinter, rent different summoners, and kind of approach the meta in a different way. So I enjoyed it, but I don't think that it's very beneficial from a strategic standpoint. I don't think the returns that you get, or efficient, I should say, from a strategic standpoint. And so with that being said, the idea is to get to the highest rating so that if you want then to take a break, maybe, and Darkest Knight's goal is to get back up to champion as quickly as possible, or as close to champion as possible. And now we're, maybe 3 to 4 days by the time this video comes out through the season, right? So not yet even 1/3 of the way through the season. Then he'll let the ECR rest, recover for a bit, but now his rating is high. So when he goes in, he can start earning a heck of a lot more. And if he chooses then to go for the focus points or the daily focus at that point in time, he'll be earning a lot more. Now, I'm going to take this back where we started, which with Godzilla. Now, Godzilla was saying, at the beginning, you focus on your season reward shares, and at the end, you focus on your daily focus chests. And the reason for that is, you'll see here that every day this resets. So similar to how your season reward started at 300 per day, or 300 per chest, or roughly 300 per chest, you see that here. And this resets every single day. So as you go in the beginning of the season, you focus, don't care about your daily focus. You want to get as many chests as possible. So you just focus on your season rewards and maxing those out as quickly as possible. Then when you get to later points in the season, a lot of the competition has either the cream has risen to the top, or, bottom is filtered down, or whatever the case is. But people generally find it easier to play within their designated level, wherever their deck really is the most efficient at. They find it easier to play at that level and get wins. So at that point in time, it's probably better to focus on your daily I keep wanting to say daily quest, but it's called your daily focus now. So I think this is a good template moving forward, and I'm going to give it a try. Obviously, this is the first season. It's, everybody's kind of figuring things out, but from a logic perspective and from where both of these gentlemen have come from, I really trust the insights that they're giving me, and it makes a lot of sense, right? So for now, my focus, until we get to maybe 8-9 days left in the season, my focus is just going to be on trying to get my rating up as high as possible and focusing on getting wins, no matter the splinter. Like I'm just going to ignore this little focus thing here. In fact, I'm going to put like a piece of tape right here on my monitor just so I don't get distracted by it, and just focus on getting as many wins as possible, getting my rating as high as possible, so that I can start earning a lot more per win in the back half of the season. And then in the back half of the season, if I want to focus on these daily, different splinters that we have, I can do that knowing that, one, I'm earning a lot more, and two, the competition is a little less fierce, and three, earning these chests for the focus will be significantly easier than going for, chest number 60 or 90 or 120 for the season chest. So just sharing that with you. Again, big thanks to Godzilla and Darkest Knight for sharing their insights. Can't wait to have them back on the show, and I can't wait to see what things look like in a week from now. The season won't even be over, but I'm very curious to know how things play out. I mean, it's been a really fun first 3 days of the season, but I think there's so much left for us to learn as we go along. So we'll see how this strategy somewhat evolves over time. But that is all I have for you. Have an amazing rest of your day. I will catch you all in the next video, and I will see you around the game. Take care.